Hey guys, this is my first audio recording. Not doing in front of a camera this time because I'm currently walking to class. But I really wanted to do a segment on this because this is fucking huge. So apparently someone leaked the March 2013 ban list. And sorry, I apologize, I'm also chewing gum. And fuck you, I'm not spitting it out, so deal with it. Yeah, so apparently someone leaked the March 2013 ban list on Facebook. It's not a scan of the list, it's a scan of the book with the scan of the list on it. So it's like listception. But anyways, it's got some pretty interesting picks. So first off, what's banned? Gateway's gone, which, hey, like, the players have been asking for it for like the past two formats, and now Konami wants to give it to the players. But 6 SAMs aren't really doing anything right now anyways. But they also moved up some other 6 SAM support, but I'll get onto that as I get down the list. Next we have Ultimate Offering. It's a skill list card. Like, it's really only used with gadgets and the Madolche OTK, and I agree with it going, because it's like a one card, like, you flip it up and you just know bullshit's about to go down, and like there's nothing you can really do bar having the set MST Dust Tornado or just having some sort of removal. Other than that, like, if your opponent flips it, they can just go off, and it's really bullshit. Okay, that's it for the bans. Limited. Rabbit. Man, this is interesting. Maybe this might be the next step. Maybe they might go as far as to killing Rabbit next format, because really it's getting to be that card that it's become pretty much the near tour guide. Like, people are trying to build, like, just throwing vanillas and Rabbit into every deck now, and because if you open Rabbit, you just get that really strong one card Exceed play, and especially if you like. And it's dumb. It's a perfect top deck. It's perfect to open with. How you fucking make Lagia and Dolka with it. It's a real problem card right now. And even with the stipulations put on the card by Konami, the introduction of Exceed monsters really just busted it. And I agree with it going to 1. And I'm interested to see what happens to it in the future. Next up, we have Deep Sea Diva to 1. I play Mermills, so Deep Sea Diva to 1 does affect me, but I used to only run 1 copy, and it was fine at 1. Your synchro plays have really will really go down the drain though, but fortunately Dragoons was not touched by this list. Undyne was not touched by this list, so your searching ability with the deck is still, like, impeccable. So really, 1 copy wouldn't really hurt you that much because you can still search it out. It just, you just can't do those fucking ridiculous double diva plays anymore and net so much advantage. Next up, we have Tour Guide to 1. This is interesting. Now you pretty much have to run the Sangan and the Night Assailant, because if you draw the Tour Guide, or if you draw the Sangan and use that up, that means you have a dead Tour Guide in the deck, and if you draw the Tour Guide, then you can only really go into the Sangan. But it makes it a lot more fair, because double Tour Guide, you still have the entire engine contained within those 2 cards, and it makes the engine less ridiculous. It balances it out. And I agree with the hit. Tour Guide was also, I don't want to say a problem card, but it can get pretty ridiculous sometimes, especially in Rabbit, where you still can go into the Leviair and bring back your Rabbit and go into more shenanigans. Next, phone auto. The screen on the phone turned off. Got the list on here. Wind Up Factory to 1. It's not a big surprise. It searches. Konami likes hitting consistency, so them touching Factory really shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. We got Drag Down to the Grave 2-1. Yeah, I agree with this. Dark World's, even though Dark World doesn't do much right now, Drag Down's still a fucking dumb card, because looking at your opponent's hand is the biggest advantage you can get. And disrupting it is even better. And let's be honest, if you're playing against Dark World, you can't really disrupt their hands anyways, so we got Warning to 1. This becomes the format where whoever draws Warning first wins. And oh, this is interesting. We got GOYOOOOOOOO Guardian to 1. I picked mine up 2 months ago because I just saw one in someone's binder and wanted to pick it up for collection purposes. And it was like a $10 card a couple of months ago. I just checked on eBay right now. It is currently going for around $20-$30. So you might want to pick yours up as soon as possible, because this thing's going to shoot up to 40 if this list is true. And it was only printed twice in Duelist Genesis and the tin. And it's out of print. You can't get it anywhere anymore. So if they do release it, I probably can see them reprinting it in Battle Pack 2. That's supposed to be coming out in June, I think. That's it for the limited. Semi-limited, we got we got Chaos Sorcerer back to 2. And BLS has not been touched by this list. I don't know if I agree with this. It's Chaos is going to get a lot more ridiculous now because they have a lot more options. But I can see Spellbook Prophecy using those 2 copies as well, because with Reaper released, and you can build a pretty viable Chaos build, in my opinion, for with Prophecies right now. So the Sorcerer at 2 would help them out, but decks like Chaos Dragons just got a whole lot more ridiculous because with the release of a Lavalval Chain in April or whenever Hidden Arsenal 7 comes out, their deck just becomes a whole lot more consistent, and the added power of the second Chaos Sorcerer is not going to help the fact. Semi-limited, we also got Wind-Up Magician. We all knew wind-ups were going to get touched. Shark was not touched by this list, however, so I don't know how much this list is going to affect them. Yeah, the factor to 1 is still a problem, but 3 Shark, 2 Magician, you still have a decent chance of having Magician Shark in hand. And Shockmaster wasn't touched by this list either. So you won't be netting as much advantage because your factors are to 1. But I'd go as far to say as Shock Loop still existing next format and still being a problem, just because Shark's still at 3 and Magician at 2, really? I don't think it's going to do much to the deck. The deck's still going to be pretty strong. It's not going to be ridiculous, but it's still going to be a contender for tier 1 position in this format. Next we got 2 Plague Spectre Zombies now. I like this. I really like Plague Spectre as a card, and I feel like zombies and darks in general have just been getting a lot of hate lately. So them putting Plague Spreader back to 2, along with the introduction of GOYOOOOOOO Guardian again, I think they're trying to push Synchros back again, because they did announce that Tachyon Galaxy will feature broken fucking Synchros. So I'm interested to see what they do with Synchros this format. Going Lone Fire Blossom. I wasn't around playing Yu-Gi-Oh! When in the plant format, so I really don't have an educated opinion on this card coming back to 2. So I'm not gonna touch that. MST to 2. This is gonna slow the format down. So your back row just got a whole lot more lives. So start running more deep prisons. Tenki to 2. This is interesting because Fire Fist just came out 3 weeks ago, and they've already been hit by the ban list. And this is direct support for Fire Fist, while Mermails have been out for 3 months now. And the only thing that got hit in their deck was Diva, and that's not even direct support for them. So But then again, it is pretty much rota for the deck, which is also searchable, and you can also throw it for a free pop. So I agree with the hit. I can see it going down to 1 next format even. Book of Moon to 2. It wasn't really doing much at 1. I don't think decks are gonna jump on it now that it's at 2. It's kind of like a Tsukuyomi thing, like it's a relic of the past. Shien to 2. Oh man. I'm just gonna say I'm glad I kept my Sam stuff. Okay, and what's no longer on the list? We got Kalut, Lumina, Tsukuyomi, Goat, and Shen Smoke Signal. Okay, first of all, Shen Smoke Signal with Shien back to 2. Sam's gonna be tier 1 this format in my opinion. And Tsukuyomi to 3, not a big deal. It wasn't doing anything at 1. It's not going to do anything at 3, so don't worry too much. Scapegoat to 3 is not going to do anything either. And it seems like they're giving back Lightsworn and Sam's. Just slowly, they're giving back their pieces each format eventually until they just become broken decks again. So I'm interested to see where this goes. Yep, and that's it for the list. Let me know what you guys think. Please, thanks for watching. Don't forget to rate, like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you all have great days. See you now.